Hi guys, this is a quick update for the crypto side of things for YouTube, so let's take a look. If you guys want to join the group, you can do so. Go through to the website. The homepage is the masterclass. Obviously, this is what we've been working on for the last couple of years or so. Everything's there as regards to education, completely reworked and redone any previous Shopify modules and webinars, and the Facebook group access is here on the next tab. You can take a look at that if you want to. Okay. Let's go through Ethereum. So is Ethereum going to 53 cents? Well, it's certainly possible. So the most bearish count on Ethereum is that this is, the way I'm reading it, it's just an ABC flat. I mean, you can't get a more bearish candle than that. That's a shooting star bearish engulfing candle. I think it's consolidating, ready for its move down. So the most bearish count on Ethereum is, I would say, 53 cents, so $0.53, which is basically somewhere, I mean, I can't even fit it on the screen, it's somewhere around here. So that would be that this is actually a 1, this is a 2, and then obviously 3, 4, 5 down. So that would be the most bearish count on Ethereum. Certainly looking at things, that's very much possible. If it's not going to go to 53 cents, then obviously you'd have to just say that this is just a larger A, B, C. So if you have a look at the Facebook page, I actually released a video on there last week. So that's the good thing about joining the Facebook page. You actually get quicker access if I do decide to release any group material on there. The alternate count would be, rather than a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, A, B, C down, either way still gets you much lower to around $58. So if I just pull up Ethereum on another chart, let's have a look here. Let's see what else we have. Maybe we get some more price data. Yeah. So ABC channel. So like I said, the most bearish count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, we're going to tag these lows here. I mean, what was that low? Yeah, $5. I mean, that's a bit optimistic, to be honest. $5. So that would be the most bearish count, 53 cents. Alternate to that is basically just an ABC correction, which basically gets you, I mean, there were a few targets that I had calculated. One was $58 and one I believe was $16 or $26. So either way, from current levels, either it collapses, 94%, and if we get the big move down to 53 cents, that's an 100% correction there in Ethereum. I can't see any situation where this doesn't, as an absolute minimum, take out these lows here. Now, if we have a look at Bitcoin, obviously I called for Bitcoin 2000 many years ago now, on the way up. This technically is still in a bear market, and there's a few interpretations which you can do, which we've kind of touched upon before. One is the whole A, B, C, D, E triangle. So it's going to move down to, I don't know, maybe 5, 6K, then make an E leg. That's the triangle there. Then it moves down in a larger WXY, or it could just be the case that that's the A, B, C, B, then we go down. So targets would be obviously 2496, 2K, and then potentially even lower than 2K. I can't see any situation where this is a 1, this is a 2, that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just can't see that happening. I think Bitcoin has done really well on this leg up, but now it's due some kind of downtrend. Now, what would be the alternate to that? The alternate to those two counts is just another sideways correction, right? So it's just waves within waves, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, another 1, 2, 3, much larger ranging pattern, and then we move down towards 2K. So looking at these two markets, I would say it's optimistic right now for Bitcoin to now reverse and go back up to 12,000. I mean, even here in real time, it's probably a good short, I reckon. Yeah, it's probably a good short. When it gets into these areas, it's actually probably a good short. When it gets to above 11,143, it's probably a good short here, actually. But I don't think there's any chance of Bitcoin breaking 14,000 before the end of the year. Now, the major reason for this is, as we know, we've covered this at length pretty much since the first YouTube video, is that the dollar doesn't really like Bitcoin, and when the dollar starts moving, then obviously we start to have a lot of difficulty. This is a large accumulation pattern, inverted head and shoulders. So as an absolute minimum, I think dollar gets to at least 95. I think it goes to 125, and this is a 2-year trade. So you have to ask yourself, if you're long crypto, what is your expectation of the dollar, number one, and then link to that, how high do you think Bitcoin is really going to go, or more to the point, how high is the dollar going to go, and thus basically take down Bitcoin. I mean, that's what we're looking at here. So I mentioned this in my last YouTube video. We've been tracking this dollar count for some time. I think dollar goes to 125 over the next couple of years. There's various reasons for that, which we're not going to get into right now. So you have to ask yourself, if there's an appreciation of at least 26% over the next 2 years, how well is Bitcoin, specifically Ethereum, going to fare with that? Probably not so well. Now, here in real time, I mean, even now in real time, it's probably just a 1-2-1-2. You could easily read that as a 1-2-1-2 ABC. So it's probably going to move out of here, right now, and then link to that. Clearly, euro is going to be in for a move. I mean, has the euro turned yet? Yeah, I mean, it's probably in some wedge pattern. I mean, I would probably call that a broadening wedge. That's probably a broadening ending diagonal wedge. So A, B, C, D, E. So let me just draw that out there. Broadening wedge. And now the euro is just going to end up doing this. So I would say over the next couple of years, euro takes out this low here. I think it gets to around 0.96, I think I worked out. So really, with crypto, the situation is that it's just very, very cautious. I mean, certain coins are doing okay, but generally, there's an opinion that this market still probably wants to go lower. I mean, even Digibyte, I believe Digibyte was forming an expanded flat, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, Digibyte is just going to take out these lows. So I think Digibyte goes to 148. Looking at EOS, that's got, that's going to go to below $1. And even XRP, I mean, I'm sure I had calculated. Once again, you can have a look through the Facebook video if you want, or you can join the group. Potentially this still goes a lot lower, because the way I'm reading it is there's various ways, but you could say W, X, Y, another X, and then Z. As you can see, I've got an alert there on 6 and 5. I think XRP goes to 2 cents. So if this dollar really gets moving, I think XRP goes to 2 cents, and then essentially we then finally call an end to this bear market, and then once everyone has capitulated, we then get the move up. So that's basically how it works. The point of a bear market is to return the asset to the original owners. Link, yeah, I mean, probably goes back down to $5 as well. So really, that's the situation with crypto. It's not so much crypto is not where you want to be. It's just the fact that when the dollar gets moving, people have dollar liabilities, and so because of that, they're going to sell their risk assets first. The first ones being crypto, and eventually they're going to sell the stock market. As you can see, Nasdaq has had quite a severe correction. I still think Nasdaq goes higher, but all of those stocks have all but bottomed out, have all but topped out. So it's just going to go into a sideways choppy range right now. So whilst the VIX is going to go lower and fill this gap, still that sets up a move. I mean, I believe there's a gap on here on the VIX. Yeah, that's just an ABC, isn't it? So ABC probably fills this gap. That's a good time to buy the VIX, ready for that move up. So I still believe ES and Nasdaq go higher. The problem is, things like Apple, that 136 level that we had there, that we called on the last video, that was a huge call right there. Even if Apple does something like this, it's just wasted opportunity cost. Effectively the big part of this move that we called sincere, that's effectively done. So whilst the Nasdaq does go higher, stocks sell off first, then the Nasdaq continues to go higher, and a big part of this is basically people selling ready for this dollar move. I can't be the only one who's projecting and has calculated dollar goes to 125, which is basically all the way up here. That's a huge move in the next 2 years on the dollar index. We know what happened to Bitcoin as the dollar went from basically 88 all the way up to 98 in a near vertical line. Bitcoin crashed from 20k down to 3k. So Ethereum, I think, looks the worst. I mean, you know, that's going to be in for some big moves here. If that is indeed an ABC correction, I think it's very optimistic for Ethereum to basically challenge these highs. I think it's going to be difficult. I mean, it might not collapse right here, right now. I mean, to me, I'm just reading that as a bear flag. You know, you could easily read this as the first impulsive leg down, this as a bear flag. Is Ethereum going to, you know, collapse right here, right now? If it doesn't, fine. It might just chop around here for a little while longer, but really, you know, the big part of this move has done is it's effectively gone sideways for the last month now. So I think a big turn in Ethereum and Bitcoin is coming here over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, and I don't think Ethereum gets above $500 anytime soon. As an absolute minimum, we're going to test these lows, and like I said, either it's 53 cents if it goes all the way, or it's going to be sub $100, so, you know, $58, and what's that, $26. So watch that dollar, have a look. Like I said, if you want to join the masterclass, you can do that. If you want to join the group, you've got access. We have a look at all of the markets twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, with ad hoc updates whenever we need to. Obviously now it's more of a trading environment given the volatility, so it does set up some nice trading moves. I'll catch you guys soon.